Serbian Minister of Culture, Nikola Selaković, has been represented in the government for more than 10 years. He was Minister of Justice and Public Administration of Serbia from 2012 to 2014, Minister of Justice from 2014 to 2016, Secretary General of the Presidential Administration from 2017 to 2020, Minister of Foreign Affairs from 2020 to 2022, and Minister of Labour, Employment, Veterans and Social Affairs from 2022 to 2024. Since May of this year, he has been appointed to his current position.
Welcome, Mr. Nikola Selaković. It's an honor to have you with us today.
The honor is mine.
What will the Strategic Partnership Council created between Azerbaijan and Serbia contribute to the development of political and economic relations between the two countries? What are the priority issues for this council?
Actually, each session of the IGC between Serbia and Azerbaijan is the perfect opportunity to analyze what we were doing in the previous period and to see what are the plans for the further period. That's also what we've done this time in Baku at the 8th IGC between our two countries. The permanent and sustainable supply of energy is important for us. For this reason, energy sector is one of our priorities. We were talking about transportation and logistics. We were talking about, as priorities, we were talking about the cooperation in the field of mining, in the field of pharmaceutical industry. Of course, the defense industry is always popular among our countries, and for this very reason, during the last months, our defense minister was paying the official visit to Baku. And we've started speaking about tourism as something, and of course agriculture, but tourism as something which is going to have a very nice perspective in the years to come.
Azerbaijan and Serbia observe military neutrality and do not join any international military organization or alliances. What contribution does this position make to development of political relations between the two countries?
I think that in this question you are tackling the sense of the politics of President Aliyev and President Vučić. It's the most honest way to think about the future of your nation. And I think that this is one additional chain in our relations. First of all, we are devoted to the principles of international public law, respecting the UN Charter fully, respecting the territorial integrity and sovereignty of independent states, member states of United Nations Organization. And second of all, both countries, both presidents are supported by the will of their peoples to have and to practice the completely independent and sovereign policy. Sometimes it is not easy to do that, but we have to be sure that it is always the right and the best way if we are speaking about long-term strategic planning of the future of our nations.
There is an agreement on bilateral defense cooperation between Azerbaijan and Serbia. What can you say about the importance and prospects of this document?
Well, we are speaking about the defense cooperation. I think that it is actually showing the level of mutual trust between our two countries and our two leaderships in the defense sector. And we have to invest more than these countries which are parts of some military alliances. So, as I've already said, I think that this is a real and visible evidence on the mutual confidence and trust which is existing between our two countries.
Mr. Minister, Serbia is trying to diversify energy sources and strengthen energy security. And for this purpose, it has decided to buy 400 million cubic meters of natural gas from Azerbaijan. In what form and to what extent can the cooperation of the two countries in the energy sector develop?
I think that there are a lot of unused opportunities to develop our cooperation in the energy sector. First of all, we started with the import of your gas. The abolishment of the black energy. All of the countries in our part of the world are obliged to change the sources of the energy. Recently, a few days ago in Serbia, we've inaugurated the production of the first Serbian electric car. It was done in the partnership with the international company Stellantis, and is going to be the new Panda Grande Fiat model, which is going to be produced, which is now under the production in the fourth largest city of Serbia, Kragujevac. But it means that we need, and we are going to need, more and more electricity for the cars. And for this reason, I think that we have to cooperate more and to find the best ways how to supply Serbian trade market with more energy.
Mutual investment between Azerbaijan and Serbia. How many companies with national capital are in the two countries? What's being done to achieve growth in this direction, and what are the potential sectors for investment? Any project on the horizon?
Well, when we are speaking about investments, we have to conclude that how to support both business societies, Azerbaijani one and Serbian, to enter into joint investments. And I think that this is going to be also very good possibility for Azerbaijani business society if they would like to establish some kind of their presence or activities at the Serbian trade market. They have to be sure that, as I said, European Union, Turkey, which is already open for Azerbaijan in some way, but People's Republic of China, Arab Republic of Egypt are going to be completely open for these companies, which are going to be some kind of joint ventures between our two business societies. To conclude my answer, I think that we haven't used 99% of all the possibilities which we are having to strengthen and to improve our investment cooperation.
Against the background of recent economic agreements, what concrete steps are Azerbaijan and Serbia taking to increase mutual trade, and what difficulties do you expect to achieve these goals?
Well, we've done a lot to improve our trade, especially in the field of energy. You know, it was 2020. Compared with 2023. So in only 4 years, Serbia increased the export of IT industry for over, believe me or not, but for over 6 times more. So 600% increasement. And it's still growing. And I think that in such sectors, we really can do a lot together.
Mr. Minister, Azerbaijan is hosting COP29 this year. How is cooperation with Serbia in the field of renewable energy and green technologies developing? What joint initiatives are currently implemented or planned?
I think that our two ministries of energy, in Serbian case, that's the Minister of Mining and Energy, our energy minister to Baku, and I know that my dear colleague Dubravka Đedović-Handanović, she's the energy minister in the government of the Republic of Serbia, is paying the special attention and devotion to the cooperation with the Republic of Azerbaijan. Also speaking about the renewable sources of energy and our joint cooperation.
Mr. Minister, the 8th meeting of the Intergovernmental Commission on Trade and Economic Cooperation between Azerbaijan and Serbia was held. How do you evaluate the results of the meeting?
I think it's always good to gather the people from various ministries in a direct communication between the people representing respective ministries from both countries. And I think that both delegations used this opportunity to profound their interests and to define the perspectives for the cooperation in the next period. I personally took this opportunity to contact and to meet some of your ministers, and we've already defined some kind of a roadmap for the future activities.
One of the Azerbaijani companies actively participates in road bridge construction in Serbia. What projects can the companies of your country be involved in Azerbaijan? Do you see any prospects for your companies in the recovery and reconstruction of the liberated territories?
I think that this is the right question, and I will be very clear. I think that the reconstruction and renovation of the newly liberated territories in the recovery of the liberated territories of Azerbaijan, and I was talking to our construction minister. He was delighted to hear about that idea, and I expect in the following days some video conference call between our construction minister and your respective state institution, and also the talks on that topic.
How do you evaluate the situation and prospects of cultural and humanitarian cooperation between Azerbaijan and Serbia? How are the two countries' educational and youth exchange programs designed to foster deeper understanding and cooperation between the younger generations?
Younger generations are our target. We have to bring them closer, especially speaking about the territorial integrity and sovereignty of the states. Then it's completely logic to bring our cultures together and to present them to our people. And that's what we have to do in the future. We have a good cooperation speaking about the cathedrals for Azerbaijani language at the Philological School at the University of Belgrade, and the same when we are speaking about the Serbian language cathedra here in Baku. We are having a good cooperation speaking about our national libraries, our national museums, but we have and we can always improve this situation. And that's one of our plans. And we are going to have a plenty of activities which is going to support us in this aim.
Thank you, Minister Selaković, for sharing your insight. We appreciate your time and wish you success in your works.
Thank you very much for being interested for Serbian and Azerbaijani cooperation, and I would like to use this opportunity to invite all of your spectators to come to Serbia and to feel the hospitality similar to the one which I felt each time when I was in Azerbaijan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.